What's up, guys? Mark here. Welcome back to TASG. Well, this evening. We're recording this in a wonderful night time. In the last couple weeks, we've had at least some sort of reference to nighttime spectaculars. And I want to continue that trend today by comparing Paint the Night and the Main Street Electrical Parade. Because, why not? Let's talk about my two favorite parades. Because, let me tell you, those two parades, the Main Street Electrical and Paint the Night, they are complementary of one another. One you've enjoyed as a kid, and then another again as you're an adult. In my case, I experienced both once as a kid when it was here during DCA, during its run in 2001 to 2010, or 2009 rather, and Paint the Night during the Diamond celebration and in 2018. We've had it on the vlog as well. But there was also that one weird time where it seemed like it was going to alternate Main Street Electrical Parade one year and Paint the Night another year. And that I thought would be this year. So if we roll back the time to 2016, the end of the Diamond celebration, they announced that Paint the Night would return for that holiday season. That was 2016, all right? And it was announced 2017 that Main Street Electrical would come in and replace Paint the Night after that holiday season on January 20th. That means in 2017, that is the only year that two different nighttime parades were shown in the same year but not at the same time. And that always blows my mind every single time, considering how old the Main Street Electrical Parade is. When you have it in the same year, it's a little bit jarring. You're going back to 1970s essentially. And by the way, next year it's celebrating its 50th anniversary. So not only is Fantasmic celebrating 30 years, but Main Street Electrical would, if presented in 2022, it would make it 50 years. Either way, 50 years since the first Main Street Electrical Parade. That blows my mind. It's shocking. It really, truly is. Put it down in the comments below if you have had the opportunity to be there in 2016 into 2017. But I want to narrow it down to 2017. Put in the comments if you were one of the people who were able to experience the Main Street Electrical Parade and Paint the Night in that same year. Roughly 10 days separated both runs. So I wonder if backstage, at one point you had Paint the Night and Main Street Electrical Parade in the same parade storage area. It's like, that's a crazy thought to think about. And it was one of those thoughts that I had just right now. I mean, something that's very interesting, and it's two different eras of Disney, basically. Paint the Night takes a lot of references from Pixar, and that's the early mid 2000s. And Main Street Electrical Parade is almost every classic Disney movie from the 1950s and the 60s, and it's jarring if it happens in the same year. So that's the only time that's been shown in the same year. It was presented, so Main Street Electrical Parade was 2017, and they said that would be the last of it. Clearly it wasn't. 2019 came back for 3 months to fix Galaxy, to at least boost the attendance after Galaxy's Edge initially flopped. And then Paint the Night came back for that holiday season in 2016, came back in 2018 for the opening of Pixar Pier with the presence of a new Incredibles float, the Incredifloat as I call it. And that was the year that Incredibles 2 came out as well. So it was that. So it was 16 Paint the Night, 17 Main Street, Paint the Night, 2018, Main Street 2019. It comes to question, would it have been a return of Paint the Night when Avengers Campus would have opened? Because the campus is still closed. I don't think they were ready yet. But they had the July 5th. Or the July opening date, and nothing came of it because of the pandemic. So it's now a question of what could have been when it comes to that situation. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Paint the Night is such a vibe, let me tell you. I mean, that last night that we were there, and we did that twice, the last night for Main Street actually, we did that 4 times. We were there for the last night of the Main Street Electrical Parade in 2019 and 2017. We were there for... I didn't record in 2019, though. I was a little bit busy with school and work and all that stuff. 2016, we were there for the last night of Paint the Night. 2018, we were there with LMG Vids, Chris from LMG, and we did our videos then. So I've basically been able to see the last show of Paint the Night twice, with the exception of the winter run. But, I mean, did I really need to see the winter run when nothing major changed in 2016? The only change, and this is what really disappoints me, I feel like when Paint the Night moved to Disney California Adventure, the moment that they cut the tops off of the floats, it ruined the parade for me a little bit. I was a little bit disappointed that the Little Mermaid float was cut down. It lacked the Frozen float, and Frozen float was the tallest float on the thing, but it had to accommodate the parade route and the part of the parade that goes through Hollywoodland, with the overhead catenary for the red car trolley, which, mind you, that overhead catenary is for show. It's not. It doesn't really power. It's a battery powered trolley, so they had to accommodate the parade by doing so, by cutting it off. Turns out, and this really shocked me, and because I didn't remember it back then, but it turns out that the original parade route for Disney California Adventure didn't go through Hollywoodland. I don't think it was until they started doing the Pixar Play that they started going through Hollywoodland, since the I want to say the 2012 renovation, that was when they started going through Hollywoodland. But it used to go where, like, right before Hollywoodland begins, there used to be a parade door there. Basically Sunshine Plaza, and you don't have Carthay Circle there. So without Carthay Circle, that is where the parade would have started, without having to accommodate the parade stuff. And it's sad, it's disappointing that we weren't able to see the couple of the original floats. And I will say that I did like the Incredibles float, and it also came with its own soundtrack, so that was nice. But yeah, if Paint the Night ever came back, bring it back to Disneyland. The crowds were much better. The people were crazier and rowdier. I mean, it's my most watched video from the last night of Paint the Night. That and following it out for the last night of the Diamond Celebration. Those are my most watched videos, most liked videos, and I'm still surprised to see so many people still watching it. That's why I wanted to make this video, because so many people are still watching it. Last 48 hours rather, 50 views. I mean, it's crazy. I think it's up to like 60,000 views, the Paint the Night video. I miss Paint the Night. Yeah, Main Street Electrical Parade is good and all, but I mean, it's gonna be 50. It's considered to be the longest running parade up until Christmas Fantasy, which if it had run in 2020, holiday season 2020, would have made it 25 holiday seasons of that, making it 25 years, hence thus putting a Christmas Fantasy parade having a much longer run than the Main Street Electrical Parade, in its original Disneyland run before it ended in 1997. That is an interesting and crazy thought. But yeah, I was really thinking about it. Occasionally, I'll be on these weird depressive feats where I just, I sit around at night thinking about like how I'm gonna try to fall asleep, because I struggle with that sometimes, and I end up going on this long rabbit hole of parade music, starting with Magic Happens because that was the most recent parade that had debuted, going into many other parades, Main Street Electrical, Paint the Night. Yes, the Pixar Play Parade, I've been listening to that soundtrack, just a few beats, and also the Hong Kong version, so not Pixar, because I like the Hong Kong version much better. I liked it much better. And Soundsational, oh my gosh, Soundsational, that's timeless. It's a pretty damn good soundtrack as well. So, yeah, that's basically what I've been doing, trying to do to cope throughout this pandemic, and with hopes of the parks reopening soon. Not in Q2, but hopefully in Q3 or Q4, we'll be able to hang out and see you again. So anyways, guys, I'm Mark Ketby. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in another video.